Hey there, this is the 7th episode of my Bayonetta series. And this is probably one of my favorite chapters, The Gates of Paradise. Because it's not too long, it's one of the shorter ones I think, and it has some very fun fights that aren't too difficult. Here we're fighting against some normal angels that are on fire, which means that I can't attack them normally, I have to use ranged attacks, like the whip. But I usually use the whip anyway, so that isn't much of a problem actually. And once you have stunned them for a while, they won't be on fire anymore, which means you can just attack them normally after that. And here I think we have our first fight against the Inspired. No, right, there was one fight against it in the last episode. Now we have 2 Inspireds here at once. And as I said, very easy. I just shot one until it fell on the ground and then attacked him for like 3 seconds until he died. Same thing for the other one. For being a boss fight, I mean, it's not even close to being difficult. This is also the first chapter where we have Cereza, the little girl that we have to protect, which might not be the most fun thing, but it's not really that big of an issue. All you have to do is actually just use the accessory called the Gates of Despair, which will enrage all of the enemies, making them attack only you. And that way they won't attack her, and you won't have to worry about her at all. So, while there are many people that seem to think those fights are annoying, all you do is just equip that, and you will be fine. It will just be a normal fight. These normal fights against normal angels are usually very fun because you can just do whatever you want with them without having to pay much attention at all. Actually, you just kinda do whatever combos you can or like. Right, and here we have one of the tougher ones. Our first fights against Gracious and Glorious, the upgrades to Grace and Glory that attack faster and harder and are generally just more a pain in the ass to fight. And we have to do one torture attack, which I already did here, so it didn't take that long, but as you will see later, they are probably one of the most difficult enemies in the game, alongside the Joys, especially when you meet them multiple at once. But here it was just 2 of them, which wasn't too big of a deal. And here are 2 more of the Gracious and Glorious without any requirements. Some of their attacks are so ridiculously fast you just need to really be able to learn when they are about to attack way before they are on their way to do so. Like that. Those attacks are very quick, but I have fought so many of them by now that I don't really think about it. I just dodge and then I try to attack them, because they are vulnerable right after attacking usually. Now is the first fight with Cereza, which is why I look all shimmery like that, because I am in another realm alongside the angels, while Cereza is in the middle, protected by that barrier. And right now I'm wearing that accessory I mentioned, the Gaze of Despair, which makes fights a bit harder but also more satisfying usually. I can't attack them directly right here, so I have to use other stuff around me to attack them. And now we have to run from our beloved, while also throwing stuff at him to slow him down. And now we are in Paradiso, where we are fighting some more of the Fearless and the Fairness. I realize I am repeating a lot about the angels, saying the same thing. I'm trying to work on it by talking less, but it will be a bit like that because, you know, English is not my native language, so it will always be a bit more stiff than for other people, I guess, other English people or American people. think this is a final fight against the Bayonetta clone, the Joy again. And we have to dodge these lasers in this hall, and then we fight one of them, which isn't too difficult. And that will be it. Right, that was the final one. Yeah, 9 versus 9 fights and 6 damage. Right, well, that was it for this one, and I will see you next time. So, bye.